But I want to explain to you today, right now, what are contingencies and how incredibly important they are if you are a buyer or a seller. So I was at a party recently and I was chatting with a guy who was buying a house. And it was really exciting. We were having this great conversation. And I asked him where he was with removing of his contingencies. And he didn't know. And he didn't really understand what his contingencies were. And I was shocked that this guy was buying a house and was unfamiliar with his contingencies. And after 27 years in this business, I told myself, I really hope my clients know where they are in their transactions if they're at a party talking to somebody. In a real estate transaction, you have 3 contingencies that are paramount. You have your inspection contingency. You get to approve the condition of the house. Number 2, you have a finance contingency, which means if you can't get a loan for the home, you don't have to buy it. And number 3 is an appraisal contingency. If the house does not appraise for what you're offering, you're out. You don't have to buy the house. Look at a contingency as kind of a safety net. It's your exit out of the transaction if you can't meet the contingency. They're incredibly important. And guess what? Your contingency, it has a date. Maybe there's 10 days for you to do your inspections. And on day 10, that contingency is up. But guess what? On day 11, you still have a contingency because in California, contingencies have to be removed actively. You, the buyer, have to sign a document removing the contingency, or you still have it. It carries on, it continues, it lives to the end of the transaction. Now, don't get me wrong, you're not going to be able to keep it that long, but I don't want you to worry that on a certain date, poof, it's gone, because contingencies are your rights, and you have rights when you're buying a home, and that's what I want you to know today.